Hello, English learners. Welcome to another episode where we make learning English fun and easy. If you don't understand everything now, don't worry. By the end of this episode, you will know a lot about fishing and improve your English at the same time.
I'm Alexa, and I'm excited to talk about fishing today. Fishing is a relaxing and enjoyable activity that many people love. Whether you fish for fun or for food, it's a great way to connect with nature.
And I'm Alex. Fishing is more than just catching fish. It requires patience, the right equipment, and a little bit of skill. Today, we'll talk about different types of fishing, the best places to fish, and how to get started. Before we begin, Alexa, how are you today? I hope you're excited to talk about fishing. It's a great topic for people who love the outdoors. Fishing can be simple or complex, but it's always fun. And if you're new to fishing, we will explain everything step by step.
I'm doing great. Alex, fishing is an amazing activity because anyone can do it. You don't need to be an expert to start. All you need is some basic gear, a good spot, and a little patience. Today, we will give useful tips for beginners.
Fishing is popular for many reasons. Some people fish to relax and enjoy nature. Others do it for sport, competing to catch the biggest fish. Fishing is also a way to get fresh food. Many cultures around the world depend on fishing for their meals.
That's true. Fishing is also a great way to spend time with family and friends. People go fishing together, talk, and enjoy the fresh air. It's not just about catching fish, it's about the experience and the memories you create.
There are different types of fishing. The most common one is freshwater fishing in lakes and rivers. Then, there's saltwater fishing in the ocean. Some people even go ice fishing in winter. Each type requires different equipment and skills.
Yes, for example, fly fishing is a special technique where you use a lightweight lure that looks like an insect. Another type is deep-sea fishing, where you go far into the ocean to catch big fish like tuna or marlin.
If you're a beginner, you only need a few things: a fishing rod, a reel, fishing line, and bait. The type of bait depends on the fish you want to catch. Some people use live bait, like worms, while others use artificial lures.
Don't forget about a fishing license. In many places, you need permission to fish legally. It's also a good idea to bring a tackle box with extra hooks, weights, and scissors. Wearing a hat and sunglasses can protect you from the sun.
The best fishing spots depend on what you want to catch. Lakes, rivers, and ponds are great for freshwater fish like bass and trout. If you want bigger fish, the ocean is the best choice. Some people even fish from piers or boats.
That's right. If you don't know where to fish, you can ask locals or check online fishing maps. Some places have special fishing areas where fish are more common. Always check the weather and water conditions before you go.
The best time to fish is early in the morning or late in the evening. Fish are more active when the water is cool. Some types of fish, like catfish, are easier to catch at night. Weather also plays a role. Fish are less active when it's very hot.
Yes, the season matters too. Some fish are easier to catch in summer, while others prefer colder months. If you're fishing in the ocean, you should also check the tide. High tide can bring more fish closer to the shore.
First, be patient. Fishing takes time. Start with a simple fishing rod and an easy-to-use reel. Use the right bait for the fish you want to catch. Also, practice casting your fishing line. It's an important skill.
Great advice. Another tip is to stay quiet. Loud noises can scare fish away. Also, keep an eye on your fishing line. If you feel a small pull, it means a fish is biting. Don't pull too fast. Let the fish take the bait before reeling it in.
If you catch a fish, you have two choices: keep it or release it. If you want to keep it, check if it's the right size. Some fish are too small and must be released. If you don't want to keep it, gently remove the hook and put it back in the water.
That's important. Always handle fish with wet hands to protect their skin. If you're keeping the fish, store it in a cooler with ice. Also, follow fishing rules. Some places only allow you to catch a certain number of fish.
Fishing has many benefits. It helps you relax and reduces stress. It also improves patience and concentration. Many people use fishing as a way to escape busy city life and enjoy nature.
Yes, and fishing is also a great way to get fresh, healthy food. Fish is rich in protein and good fats. Plus, fishing can be a fun workout, especially if you're walking to a fishing spot or pulling in a big fish.
When fishing, wear comfortable clothes that match the weather. If it's sunny, wear a hat, sunglasses, and a long-sleeve shirt to protect yourself from the sun. Waterproof boots or shoes are also helpful if you need to step into the water.
That's right. If you're fishing in cold weather, wear layers to stay warm. A rain jacket is also useful in case of sudden rain. Don't forget sunscreen, even if it's cloudy. The reflection from the water can cause sunburn.
Yes, many people fish from the shore, a dock, or a pier. You don't need a boat to catch fish. Some of the best fishing spots are near the land, especially in lakes and rivers. You just need to find a good place where fish gather.
That's true. If you do use a boat, be sure to follow safety rules. Always wear a life jacket, especially if you're in deep water. But for beginners, starting from the shore is the easiest and safest way to fish.
Catch and release fishing means catching a fish and then putting it back in the water instead of keeping it. This helps protect fish populations and allows them to grow and reproduce. Some places even require catch and release for certain fish.
Yes, if you plan to release a fish, be gentle. Use wet hands to avoid damaging its skin and remove the hook carefully. If the fish is tired, hold it in the water for a few seconds before letting it swim away.
One common mistake is using the wrong bait. Different fish like different types of bait, so it's important to choose the right one. Another mistake is moving too much. Fish can feel vibrations in the water, so stay as still and quiet as possible.
Another mistake is not checking the fishing rules. Some places have special rules about when and where you can fish. Also, many beginners pull the fishing line too fast when they get a bite. It's important to be patient and reel in slowly.
Besides your fishing gear, bring some extra things to make your trip comfortable. A small chair, water, and snacks are helpful, especially if you fish for a long time. Also, carry a first aid kit in case of small cuts or injuries.
That's a great idea. Bug spray is also useful because insects are common near the water. If you're fishing in the evening, a flashlight or headlamp can help. And don't forget a trash bag to keep the area clean.
Fishing can be affordable or expensive depending on the equipment you buy. A basic fishing rod and reel are not very expensive, and you can use natural bait-like worms. Many great fishing spots are free to access.
That's right. If you want more advanced equipment, like a boat or high-tech fishing gear, it can get expensive. But for beginners, starting with simple gear is the best way to enjoy fishing without spending too much money.
Yes, fishing is a great activity for kids. It teaches them patience and helps them connect with nature. Many kids start with small fish in ponds or lakes. A simple fishing rod and a little bit of guidance can make it a fun experience for them.
That's true. Fishing is also a great way for families to spend time together. Parents can teach kids how to cast, reel, and take care of fish. Just make sure kids wear life jackets if they are near deep water.
Ice fishing is when people fish through a hole in a frozen lake or river. It's popular in very cold places. People use special tools to drill a hole in the ice and drop their fishing line inside. It requires warm clothes and special gear.
Yes, many people even build small shelters on the ice to stay warm. Ice fishing can be a fun winter activity, but safety is important. The ice must be thick enough to hold weight, and checking the weather before going is necessary.
Fishing is usually safe, but there are some risks. Hooks are sharp, so be careful when handling them. Also, always check the weather before going fishing. Storms and strong winds can make fishing dangerous, especially on a boat.
Yes, and be careful near deep water. If you're fishing from a boat, always wear a life jacket. Also, watch out for slippery rocks and strong currents. As long as you follow safety tips, fishing is a safe and enjoyable activity.
Fishing has many traditions around the world. In some cultures, fishing is a family tradition passed down from parents to children. Some fishermen believe in lucky fishing hats or special rituals before casting their lines.
That's true. In some places, people celebrate big catches with special meals or festivals. In Japan, for example, fresh fish is often used to make sushi. Fishing isn't just a hobby, it's a cultural experience in many countries.
Fly fishing is a special way of fishing where you use a lightweight lure called a fly that looks like an insect. Instead of regular bait, the fly floats on the water's surface to attract fish. It takes skill and practice to master.
Yes, people usually do fly fishing in rivers and streams to catch fish like trout or salmon. It requires a different type of fishing rod and line. Many fishermen love fly fishing because it's both challenging and fun. Cooking fresh fish is simple. First, clean the fish by removing the scales and guts. Then, you can grill, fry, or bake it. Adding lemon, salt, and spices makes the fish taste even better. Some people also make fish soup.
Fishing competitions are events where people try to catch the biggest or most fish. Some contests focus on skill, like catching a fish with a special technique. Others have strict rules about the type of fish or location.
Yes, some competitions happen in lakes, rivers, or even the ocean. Winners usually get prizes, like fishing gear or money. Many people join these events to challenge themselves and have fun with other fishing lovers.
Night fishing is when people fish after the sun goes down. Some fish, like catfish and carp, are more active at night. It's also a peaceful time to fish because there are fewer people and less noise. That's right. If you go night fishing, bring a flashlight or a headlamp to see what you're doing. Glow-in-the-dark fishing lures can help attract fish in the dark. Always be careful and stay safe when fishing at night. Many fishermen have superstitions. Some believe that whistling while fishing scares the fish away. Others think that bringing bananas on a boat is bad luck. Some even have lucky fishing shirts they wear every time.
That's funny. In some cultures, people believe that talking too much while fishing makes the fish swim away. Even though these are just superstitions, they make fishing more fun and interesting for many people.
Yes, many fishermen say that fishing in the rain can be good because fish are more active. Rain helps cool the water and brings food closer to the surface, making fish more likely to bite. Light rain is perfect for fishing.
That's true, but if there's heavy rain or a storm, it's best to stay safe and wait for better weather. If you fish in the rain, wear a waterproof jacket and be careful of slippery surfaces. Safety always comes first.
Fishing can help the environment when done responsibly. Catch and release fishing protects fish populations. Some fishermen also clean up trash around lakes and rivers to keep nature clean and safe for fish.
That's important. Some groups even work to protect endangered fish species and their habitats. If we take care of the environment while fishing, we can enjoy this activity for many years to come.
Yes, some people work as commercial fishermen, catching fish to sell in markets and restaurants. Others work as fishing guides, helping tourists and beginners learn how to fish in the best locations.
That's true. Some fishing jobs can be dangerous, especially deep-sea fishing. But fishing is an important industry in many countries, providing food and jobs for millions of people worldwide.
Deep-sea fishing is when people fish in the open ocean, far from the shore. It's different from regular fishing because the water is much deeper and the fish are bigger, like tuna, marlin, and sharks. It requires strong fishing gear.
Yes, people usually go deep-sea fishing on boats with special equipment. It can be exciting because you never know what kind of big fish you'll catch. But it's important to follow safety rules and go with experienced fishermen.
Fish have special eyes that help them see in the water even when it's dark or murky. Some fish see colors while others rely on movement. Many fish also use their other senses, like smell and vibrations, to find food.
That's right, some fish, like sharks, can sense electric signals from other animals. Others, like catfish, use their whiskers to feel around in the water. Understanding how fish see and sense things can help you become a better fisherman.
The biggest fish ever caught with a rod and reel was a great white shark that weighed over 2,600 pounds. Other record-breaking catches include giant tuna, marlin, and stingrays. Some fish can grow to be as big as a car.
That's amazing! Some of the biggest fish, like whale sharks, aren't caught for sport because they are protected. But many fishermen dream of catching a record-breaking fish, big or small. Every catch is exciting.
If your fishing line gets tangled, don't panic. Stop pulling and try to gently untangle it with your fingers. If it's a big knot, you may need to cut the line and start fresh. Keeping your line straight while fishing helps prevent tangles.
That's good advice. Also, be careful when casting your line. If it's too windy or if you rush, the line can twist and tangle. Taking your time and practicing good technique can help you avoid this problem.
Fishing is a great hobby because it's fun, relaxing, and helps you connect with nature. It teaches patience and can be a great way to spend time with friends or family. Plus, catching a fish is always exciting.
Absolutely, fishing is also a great way to improve your focus and enjoy the outdoors. Whether you fish for sport, food, or just for fun, it's a hobby that everyone can enjoy. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe.